Well, here I am. Now this is finally, I get to do this video. Where'd that little girl go? Yeah, little girl was here. She wanted me to push on swing. You know, I'm not going to ignore kids for some video. You know, you gotta get the kids, pay attention, give them attention first, you know. Kids are innocent. Kids are precious. Precious thing God had made. So this kind of now brings me to this topic of discussion. And here I decided to come out here to South Louisville, to the little park over here. Hey Charles, Charlie, hey Chuck, what's up? Whatever they call you. Who they call you, Chuck or Charlie? And there goes the connection again. I guess can't move too much. I guess I gotta stay still for the connection to stay. No, this damn connection's fucking up again. I seem like I gotta stay still just to keep the connection. I can't even swing on here without this shit fucking up. Oh man, I've had many memories living out here. Being out here, kicking out here, walking these streets, traipsing these streets, hustling. You know, I've had many memories. Mostly good. There's some things that went down. Drama has went down, but for the most part, this is my home. This is my home. Mommy. Well, it'll always be my home. You know, I don't care if I move when I move. Hey, Aisha, welcome back. I don't care if where I move to. South Louisville is my home. Oh, I sit out here and think, man. Cheryl Brown. Miss Cheryl. I miss Miss Cheryl. I miss my poopy butt. I miss all the times together we had out here. There's so many good times hanging out and being all over this place. All the cutting up we used to do, all the places we used to go. You know, I known her for a pretty good long time, you know. She was alive most of the time I was here. You know, we were like peas and carrots. 2 peas in a pod. And you see over there in the grass lot back there we was at, she had a little stump she used to sit on. Well, they took the stump off. They cut it off. Why? Why they take that tree stump away? Bird was all over this neighborhood when she lived here, when she was alive and able to get around good. She was always going and seeing everybody, stop and visit people. She be here, be there. She was all over South Louisville. This is her. She ran this. Her and her family ran this hood. Her mama ran this hood. Miss Nana run this hood. Miss Nana. Gussie, Boo Boo, Brenda, Banks. I've lost people here. I lost people. People passed on and people come and go, you know. The old passes on and the new comes in. And some of these kids I don't even know right now. They don't know whose kids they are. You know, there's other family that live out here besides the Browns. There's the Anthonys. There's the Hughes. There's Marilyn and her family. They still live out here. I think I seen Turtle out here. I don't know if I seen her anywhere. I didn't see nobody. Well, you know, my deacon, he was here. My church deacon. That was him that you saw a minute ago. That was Deacon Scott there. Yeah, I go to West End Baptist Church. I've been a member there since 2001, but I have not been going to church because I work on Sundays. I wake up, I'm a lazy motherfucker on Sundays when I wake up, and plus, maybe if they had church at 4 or 6 o'clock in the evening, I would have gone up there more. I need to get my ass back to church, I do. But I can't because Walmart has me working every Sunday. There's an ice cream truck. You never forget, that ice cream truck always gonna be here. That's hood life, honey. That's all about. I like an ice cream truck. That's what hood life is. It ain't a hood without the ice cream man, right? Hey, Miss Libby, what's up? Deliver later. I'm out here in my hood, South Louisville. In 2000s, I tell you, they was the best times up here because of this place, because of my hood. I think I got some rap songs written about this place, and I can just write some more sitting here right now. But right now, it's the video. Video is what it's all about. See some Tommy shirts, and people wearing Tommy shirts. Hey, AK, what's up? I'm out here in the South End, out here by Churchill Downs in my hood. I'm trying to think if I don't think that was her I was pushing on the swings. Yeah, I was just pushing it. Yeah, there it is. There she is, right up there on the slide. She was a cute little girl. I love kids. I love these kids. They ain't mine. I don't know them, but I still love them. I need to get some notes of these kids all over again. I don't know whose grandkids these could be. Great grandkids. I have been living in Louisville for 18 years. And I've gone through this. As you can tell, I'm going through some grief and loss. When the people you knew had passed on, everything changes. I mean, there's some change I deal with good, as far as when it's changed for the better, but there's some change I don't take too well. And this is one of them. And I say this is the worst hand this neighborhood's been dealt. When you lose so many people in a period of time, everything ain't the same anymore. When I go right around areas out here, places me and Cheryl used to go, like certain bars, certain places, and just even streets, just riding and walking these streets, I'm just reminded of things. It gets depressing, it ain't what it used to be. And then sometimes I'll see a building or a store that once was there, like let's say the farm, the farmer's market they had over there on Taylor Boulevard. It's not there no more. Yeah, I go to Taylor's Boulevard. Right there, over by Pickpack, Central and Taylor Boulevard. I used to go get stuff from there. That's just, and then the Dairy Queen's gone, the Sonics is gone. Now, see, places I knew and places we went to, is gone. There's something else there. It ain't what it used to be. It ain't. I don't deal with that. That was part of my hood. That's part of me. This place is part of me. This is the reason now, as I be living somewhere, been living here for 18 years, and I want to see other places. I want to get new experiences, do something new. And plus, my parents, they getting older, and I want to live a little closer to them. I want to live at least where they can, we can see each other more. And then I got this TV business I got this TV stuff I want to do, and there ain't too many opportunities to get into it here. So I'm sitting here I mean, you know, maybe having to relocate. Or thinking about, I'm actually been planning to relocate eventually. It's going to happen, but I can't say when because I thought it was supposed to happen this year. I was supposed to be moved out of here. I was supposed to probably be moved out of here this year, but I just got a lot of prep to do. A lot of prep to do. Hey, hard work. Hey, Henry, what's up? I've just got a lot of prepping to do, places to look for, you know. I get housing assistance and just Section 8, you know, different places around the country. It's hard to find Section 8 property anymore, and at the same time, the rent's going up. So, the opportunity, this is what it looks like in Miami, as far as Florida. The place for me to move in Florida is going to be Miami. Yep, I'm going to Miami. The only thing that's scaring me away from Miami is that damn hurricane. Shit, after they got hit by Irma last year, I'm kind of having second thoughts. I'm thinking about going to Orlando instead. So I'll see what's going to work out better for me, which place. You know, Orlando, I'm only an hour and a half from my mom and dad. Now we can really see each other all the time. They want me to move over Daytona, Flagler, somewhere where Clay close to live. They want me, I'll be within a half hour. And I love my parents, but man, I don't think I could live too close to them like that. Shoot, they be bugging me, trying to run my life. And I want to keep getting along with my parents and have good times with them while they older and stuff. You know, I doubt, it's just, yeah. It's like I want to live closer to them, but I still have to have that couple hours in between like we did when they was in Cincinnati and me being here. But Mom says it feels like it's still even 2 hours feels 1 hour and a half feels like thousands of miles away to her. Mom basically wants to live where she can just come pop up any minute, That's Mom for you. Mom has grown up like that. The family always lives in the same city. They want to be able to just, like I said, they don't want to have to go somewhere and spend the night, spend a few days. They want to be able to just drop in at any time. That's how my mom's family was up in Dayton, They all, In fact, the house, little red house my mom and auntie and grandma lived in, it was just right in the back of my great-grandmother's house she lived in Dayton. They pretty much had that whole land. All that land was theirs. That was, before she moved to the farm. Imagine your grandma living right next door. That's about like it is here. It's about like the Browns family. They just the same way. All the family lives here in South Louisville. Most of the family lives in South Louisville. Now, some of them have moved to Indianapolis. Hey, what's up, Bob? Some of them moved to Indianapolis, and sometimes they go to Atlanta. Miss Peggy, after she's been here for many years, she's living up in upstate New York right now. So, people, I think that's another thing that's happened, since people passed away here. A lot of people, pretty much going through what I'm going through as far as the loss, and some of them couldn't even take living here anymore and just upped and moved. Even if they stayed in Louisville, they moved to a different area, Riri moved way the hell out somewhere. I don't think she wants me telling everybody where she lives. I wonder if anybody will be out here, But Riri and all them don't come hang out here anymore because the kids are getting in high school right now. Kids are grown up and then her oldest daughter stays over at IUS. She stays over in New Albany now. So it ain't like it used. Kids are growing up, man. These kids are growing up. Moo-Moo's all grown up. She's about to probably graduate college anytime. She should be graduating this year. I don't know. See, I need to keep up with these people. And I need to get my ass back out here and catch up with everybody. If I run into anybody out here, ain't nobody out. Nobody. But I tell you what, the big thing that's eating me up, but making me not want to relocate, and that is, this is my home. Louisville just getting depressing though, because ain't nothing to do. Ain't nothing happening in the city anymore. Just nothing happening. I have done everything and been everywhere and seen whatever I need to do, and I'm ready for a dang change. I'm ready to go somewhere where the beach is, where all the clubs is, the action is. You know, that was the only drawback to living here in Louisville. I didn't really get to, I experienced a lot here in Louisville, but there's some stuff I missed out on because I wasn't in a city where stuff be going on like Miami and New Orleans and Atlanta, you know. Louisville's just a different world here. In fact, it don't matter where you at in Louisville. You know, being in this city here, it's like living in Louisville to me is just like living in a small town. It's like a small town here. But of course, that's Kentucky. I'm sure you go to a city anywhere in Kentucky, you're in a small town, unless you're in Covington, where it's really gritty, nitty gritty, right? It's like Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a very different world than this. That's our neighbor city. There's things we have in common, but everything's at a bigger level there. Like I said, there's things we have in common with that place, but just the looks and some of the culture here, we actually have a lot in. Louisville is a miniature New Orleans to me. You know, when I come here and I said if there's any other cities that remind me of Louisville, it's New Orleans. You know, Mardi Gras is just like Derby. You know, everybody parties on that day, but man, New Orleans is basically a bigger version of this place. Everything's bigger. But I'm sure in uptown New Orleans, though, and other hoods in the New Orleans, you know, like today, like right now, this is Friday. Nice outside. It's the only time you see people out, but if you come here through the week, ain't nobody out. It's dead. It's dead. I came out here on Thursday and ain't want nobody. It was in summertime. Nobody was out here. Nobody. Nobody was here. But man, when you're down in New Orleans, I know people out all the time. It might have been different. Now, I like to know what it was like in the 80s, though. 70s and 80s in there. You know, I think I know it was already a music scene with the jazz and everything. And, you know, they still had other things going on. But I'm just sitting here trying to imagine before the rap scene hit in New Orleans, what it was like. I know this new Mardi Gras was probably the same as it always is, but you know, I kind of wonder what New Orleans was like in the 70s and 80s. But I have people to ask that can tell me, that can answer that question. But if you go to uptown New Orleans, where BG grew up, you know, BG hangs out all the time. His hood just looks just like this. It looks like it. People sitting out on their porch and stuff. If they're outside here. People sit out on their porch all the time when it's nice here. But not like it used to. I just don't know where my people are. But people are outside now. People are actually outside. I don't care who they are, there's people out here today. I haven't seen anybody I know. I don't know if that's Anthony. I don't know if that's Anthony or not. See, that's another thing that's happened, you know. Friends' kids out here, they're having kids of their own. But yeah, they doing good still. They doing, you know, these kids, they kids here doing good in school. They got good grades. They got a good future coming up for them. You know, this hood has raised them good. They've been raised up good here. We still have our downfalls just like anybody else. You know, there's people here, of course, gotten on the wrong path, but you know. But I tell you, the generation the kids that my friends had out here have done very, very good with themselves. You know, a lot of them get out here and that's what they do. But I tell you, you know, when I was in Ohio, everybody, when I was in Ohio, you would see people out in the yard kicking a soccer ball or playing baseball. That's like I was telling you. We use the streets to play soccer and everything else. But here in Kentucky, and out here in this park in Louisville, it's basketball. Basketball year round. This is what everybody does up here. Play basketball. And, you know, kids start out playing basketball. They have dreams of playing basketball when they get older. Some of them might want to go to the NBA. You know, everybody likes Cardinal basketball out here. Most people here like the Louisville Cards, you know. Even though right now I'm a UK fan because I'm still in some sense a Cards fan, even though I'm kind of mad at them for what they did around the holidays, is promoting themselves too much and ignoring everything else, and them having a damn basketball game and everybody going to basketball. And my friend is a rapper. You know, Turk had his concert and nobody came because everybody was at the stupid game. They won, but you know what? UK tore them up a week later, and I was happy as hell that they won. You Wildcats won. I'm a Wildcat fan. Yes, I am. Oh, boy. We got police out here. What's up here? Yeah, we do get police out here. I'll tell you. And these police, they'll stop you for anything out here. They stopped me. I can't be out here walking without them pulling me over asking for my ID. All they want to do is see your damn ID. I mean, I know they got some situations out here they deal with out here and stuff. And these police will just pick on you for no reason. I mean, you do got good police out here, though. There's been times when police will just sit out here and hang out here and do nothing. Sometimes they just sit out. If they're good police, they'll sit out here and just hang out with us sometimes. Now, we've had that, but with the assholes that come over here and sit down, they just waiting to get somebody. But I'm just sitting here just thinking about this damn relocation shit. This is one thing that's eating me. One thing that's keeping me from leaving. You know, unlike everywhere else, I know everybody here in Louisville. I have a support system. You know, I have a family. They're not related, but I've known everybody here. I've been knowing this place for years. It's like I grew up here. I feel like I've grown up with everybody in this place. And, you know, it didn't matter if I was in my 20s when I moved here. I used to come up like back in my teen years back in my childhood and adolescent years when I came to Louisville. I was at my grandparents. They lived out in Middletown. But, you know, and I would come down here every now and then. So, like I said, it wasn't new to me when I moved up here. This is basically, like I said, I'm from here. I'm from Cincinnati. I didn't stay in one place most of my life. I spent a great deal of it here, 18 years. That's a long time to live somewhere. I've lived in different places in here. Out here, I've lived different places. I've got to see a lot of things happen. Different things change everything, you know. I remember how Derby used to be. Look how Derby is now. I used to go there I remember all the houses along Central Avenue that ain't there no more. Now they got grass lots over there. Ain't no way I'm letting Churchill Downs buy this fucking land. They start trying to buy shit on and take this shit on these people. Honey, I'm gonna be in for a fight. And it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty. You know what I'm gonna do? If that happens, I'm going to call somebody like P. Diddy or Jay-Z, somebody with a lot of money, to come out here and buy all this land, and so the damn city or nothing can't take it from them. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have the celebrities involved. I'm going to get the big people involved. Uh-huh. I'll call Birdman. Shoot, I'll call people, if I'm sitting here talking about Place looks like uptown New Orleans, man. I had to call Lil Wayne or Birdman come up here and buy this damn place. Keep them from taking our land away. Fucking Churchill Downs. I used to have love for Churchill Downs, but ever since they've changed everything. I like the old Churchill Downs better. I like the way it used to be. I don't like this new shit. Now the damn Churchill Downs almost looks like a damn penitentiary, or looks like a freaking hotel, whatever. And they have in damn state don't even want to legalize gambling. They want to sit here and the state. They talk about the state needing money to legalize gambling like everybody else is doing. And Churchill Downs, I'm for Churchill Downs. Want to build a bunch of casinos. I do want them to be the main people to put casinos in Kentucky, because that's what the theme for Kentucky is, horse racing. So everything should center around that. The Appalachian culture, the bird, different. I could just imagine, different places that, I think they ought to, I'll tell you, a good place to build casinos would be Somerset, Kentucky, because even though that town has grown up so fast within 30 years, and the lake being a tourist attraction. I mean, that town, if it was to keep growing and growing, it'd eventually become a city. They should, because they really don't have no big cities. Once the big cities here is up north, but once you get down there in the mountains and shit, you don't have no big cities. They need a big city down toward the south part of Kentucky, a larger city, or not a large city, just a large town. I don't think Somerset don't have no. One thing Somerset never built, they don't have skyscrapers and big old buildings yet, but just imagine if they just kept building and building and building, they still keep the downtown, their little circle down there, but they probably start finding places to build tall buildings and shit. They just wouldn't be downtown. So you'll know that once was a small town, it went and became a city. But I think they should. Churchill Downs wants, Churchill Downs wants to build fucking hotels and stuff. Why don't they go to Lake Cumberland and do the shit? Don't tear this area down. No. But I know that's what this video's about. I know I'm supposed to be staying on the subject, but the whole part of this video is to discuss my times living here and my times what's going to be like, what's to come if I move. But like I said, I am eventually going to be gone. But when I get the money, when I'm gone, when I have the money, I'll still have a place to come to. I'll probably buy a place like a condo or somewhere to stay at when I come up here, because I will come up here every now and then, And especially if they start filming my show, if I actually get let's say I move down to Miami and get some company to film my show and everything, I'm going to me and whoever are going to have to move back up here for 6 months for the filming of the show, because it's going to be my first season, They hope to move around here. If I can get a place and they not charge me $1,000 a month for a dump, dude, man, I don't know. All them stairs, it's a good thing I didn't move in that, but that wasn't the apartment. The apartment would have been in the back. I think it was the back. You still had to get up a couple stairs and shit. It was actually a townhouse that I would have had. There was some living rooms downstairs and the bedrooms was upstairs. That apartment I was telling you over there about, that I was going to move into, and they didn't give it to me because they wanted college students or people over 55 and older, They used to not be strict like that back then. It was always, it's always been more to live at Churchill Downs, but back when I was here, you could actually find places pretty cheap. Not anymore. There's an apartment that probably should have been back in the days, let's say back in 2000, okay? It probably would have been $450, maybe $500 a month to stay there. And as cost of living goes up, but now they want, I think they want they want about $700 or $800 a month for that place. Oh, I think it was $800. Shit, that's a house payment. You know, there's house payment out here. Even a house payment out some of these places ain't that much. I tried to buy a 2-bedroom house. I actually wanted to buy a 2-bedroom. And, you know, come to find out my house payment was going to be probably $400, $300 a month, somewhere in there. It was a 2-bedroom house, but it was $60,000, $3,000. It was over there, let's see, behind the dollar store, grocery store, shopping center. But I'm just sitting here just thinking about all the times I've had living here. You know, I can't even, you know, being out here kind of even makes me forget when I was on St. Catherine, Cedar Street. Even I can't even think about Cedar Street. The only times I think about from those eras is when I came out here for Derby or when I was just coming out here. I even brought people out here to introduce everybody to everything, you know. This is my little hood. This is my neighborhood. Yeah, this place, this me and my hood, me, you know, sense of home is the only thing that keep me from moving here, keep me from moving. You know, I do need a change. I do probably with my grief and loss situation going on. I do need something to help me move on because it's like at the same time I feel like you've been moving away from here. You know, they're over there at the cemetery. I feel like I'm leaving them still. I feel like I'm leaving my friends even though they gone, even though Bird's gone, you know. I feel like I'm leaving Bird. There's one reason. I could have moved, you know, I could have moved out of here a long time. I was gonna basically move back in 2010 or 11. I know it was 2011 when I wanted to move to Florida. You know, I was gonna move to Florida back then, but I didn't want to leave Bird, and I didn't want to leave. I had my friends up here. I just didn't want to leave. I got friends up here that don't want me to leave. Little Loggy don't want me to leave. You know, Charmaine said it right. She knew what my depression was going through. She said her oracle has sensed, it says this: you were wanting to relocate somewhere, but you want to take all your friends here with you. And you can't do it. And I can't do that. Can't do that. Yeah, I ain't even trying to, you know, being out here, it's kind of hard to even focus on the future. Thinking of, you know, I'm kind of thinking of, you know, I got, you know, whenever I move to Miami, I have a lot to look forward to. I really have a lot to look forward to when I go to Miami, you know. I got a new life to look forward to. And, you know, there may be situations where I think of my home here and just, I might miss home so bad. I have to still come home. But I make sure I make it for Derby every single year. Thunder and Derby, it don't matter where I live, I'm always gonna come up here. Spend the 2 weeks, you know, visit here and then take that 1 week or so to, you know, a week in between. Take that time in between to go see family. You know, see family in Indiana, see family in Ohio. Because I have a rental car when I'm up here. Yeah, I have to have a car to get around in. I don't even know if I have a rental car. I'll just get around just like I always do here. You know, but there's a few days where I'll rent cars when I'm here. Imagine it's gonna be $400. It'd be $400 if I had to rent a car for 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, just think though, it'd be worth it. Sitting here thinking about my Florida life when I move. I'm thinking about, you know, for a minute there. Tell you what's confusing. Sometimes Florida, I change my mind and want to move somewhere else. Sometimes I want to go to Atlanta. I've even thought of New Orleans since I talk about it so much. You know, since I made new friends in New Orleans, dude, I thought about moving down there. You know, of everything at Louisville that I missed, I'll tell you why I would move to New Orleans is because Everything I remember of this place that's not here anymore is down in New Orleans. It reminds me of this place, what it was. And that's why I would move. Just reflection. But I'm going to have to go ahead and end this video. I've been on here for a while. But I did discuss my subject, everything about it, whatever I had to talk about. But I'll still probably have more to talk about in terms of this. But I don't want my juice to get low. I'm going to have to go find a place to charge up. I need to get some more water. I need to see my friends are out now. Peace.